hitting the stage. Heads bobbing while I'm ripping the bass. A lot of rappers talk, but ain't said shit to my face. So I take it as a compliment. We stay rocking it. My portfolio reeks of my accomplishments. We make you put your hands up like a cop does. Then they put them back down when it's not us. Me and Mac been down for years. We breaking ground for years at shows down in beers. We make the tunes for y'all to step to. We love a show you can hardly step through. Step through, step through, to step through. We want you by the stage so no one can get through. If you get out of lines, best bet the goons will get you. Three-piece juggernaut sent to wreck you.
Welcome to the mouth of madness. Want the truth where you're about to have it.
Like they supposed to. Till one of us drop.
One love is about to hit this. Listen up while Royal Kush hit this.
Like they supposed to. If you're blazing on an ounce.
This type of shit don't bother me no more. Cause it's only 10 steps to the drive-thru liquor store. My apologies if I step into the breeze and drift away to the sea faces. We spit these lyrics dense. No gold, no myrrh, no frankincense. But we walk the stage like water cause we're so high. Welcome to the show. Well, it's a Royal Kush Mr. Mac rodeo. It's an island smashbox tribute to the night. Royal Kush is here to drop this. We just need your minds and ears to process this frontal funk invasion of your mind. Keep it stripped down like the TSA with a Department Harmonic Security. Close encounter of the royal kind.
I hear the bass rumble, I fumble and stumble through the door, chugging the quarter from my drunken mumble to a whore, trashing on board, slapping half the asses, of course. I down my last blast fast and then it smashed on the floor. I'm on now, ready to rock crowds, and I grab the mic. Bet your fucking ass, me, Mac, and Kush, we'll have them hype. So give me a shot of whatever you got while we keep this place rocking. We're just getting the shit on the go, and no, we ain't stopping.
Welcome to the mouth of madness. Want the truth where you're about to have it.
Like they supposed to. Till one of us drop.
One love is about to hit this. Listen up while Royal Kush hit this.
Like they supposed to. If you're blazing on an ounce.
So what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? Why not?
I'm trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
You like music, you like weed, well, we gonna be good friends indeed. This is not much I like more than smoking trees. They'll make you dance the do-si-do and teach you how the chiba grows. Smoke a bowl on the 420 radio show. On Lifestyle Radio.
And that is the guys. Hello.
Oh, God.
Whoa.
Dude, it's way too early for that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, let me get a couple of tokes in there.
Yeah, get a couple of tokes in there for you. So, hi, we're back. This is Al and Marcel and the other guy that never left.
Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Yep, there we go, Roscoe. And we are the 420 Radio Show. And thank you for listening, and good night.
Al may have over medicated.
Al's been running around like a bat out of hell for the last 3 months, moving people around and doing all kinds of shit. And Al's really high right now and enjoying it. So fuck off.
Are you done all your running around and shit?
Yes, Kelly picked up her car today.
So now you're done.
I'm not done. Done, but yeah.
But like you're going on a vacation type thing now.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, I'm going to do my own thing, and but still continue to help out with the little guy, getting him to see his dad. So.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Well, he's my pal, and I get to spend time with him, right?
Well, I suppose that works.
Exactly.
Hey, if the little guy can put up with you, all the power to him.
Hey. Okay, so what are we going to do today? I've got a book.
Yay! Al read a book.
Wow. It must have a lot of pictures and like things.
I'm thinking there's a lot of pictures.
It does. If you want to look and see what I'm looking at, it's called the Scratch and Sniff Book of Weed, and this book is dope, and I call it reading for the nose.
I heard it stinks.
Yes, I was just gonna say that, but okay, so I'm gonna just give you an example. There's different. I mean, it's how many pages here? How many pages? I don't know. I'd have to count. I can't count that many pages.
God.
Anyways, this is the review from hell. Okay.
Once
upon a time. No, anyways, like they've got different settings or headings. I mean, why we get high, a really brief history, the botany of buzz. Let's see what else here. You on weed, Hunger Games. Of course, you got to have the Hunger Games, and then you got sexy time. Now, I don't know if I want to scratch and sniff that page.
Are you sure?
Well, maybe later after 12.
Hey, what's the maximum size you can send on personal message of file?
I don't know. Maybe one of our listeners knows. Oh, I got to go to the chat room. So, anyways, I'm gonna read some stuff out of there during the show, and I'm sure
the chat room.
And
it's been so long since we've been here, you know.
I'm sure that Ross will find a way to take over eventually. So
I'm already in the chat room.
Yes, you are. I know.
Oh wait,
he's already in there trying to.
It's asking me if I'm a robot, so I got to tell him that I'm not a robot.
Oh my god. Anyways, so tonight, since we're just hanging out, talking and shit, if you want to call us 323-795-2420, or look us up on Skype, I shall load it, or maybe we'll call you. Yes, if your phone rings, it might be us. Hey, look, it says we're live.
Hey, look, it says I'm the only one in the chat room.
I'm coming.
I'm having trouble getting in the chat room for some reason.
Because you're a robot.
Well, no, I said I wasn't a robot.
It obviously knows better than to believe you.
But then it said, do you want to join anonymously? And I said, yes. And then it said, do you want to enter as Ross?
It asked you if you wanted to join anonymous? Cool.
Yeah, anonymously go into the chat room. But then it said, do you want to enter as Ross?
Ross is an official member of Anonymous.
That'll work out well.
Yeah, oh my God. Look out, Trump. He's coming. Here comes Ross. Oh, here, I can use a sound effect for that. Just a second. I'll come up with something real quick. So I went in and I helped pay it forward, and I got myself a new iPhone SE. And I'm enjoying it, and it comes with GarageBand. So on GarageBand, as you will hear in a second, it allows me to.
How are you?
Yeah.
But there's lots of really cool. There's the dreamy setting. Let's see what Al sounds like dreamy. Okay.
Hi, this is Dreamy.
All right, let's stop this shit.
You should pick a really good one to call Health Canada.
Okay. How about this one? See if this works. I have too much helium.
I can see the one on Health Canada going, what the hell is this?
Ross and I will work on
I could
that.
just imagine, yeah.
Ross and I will work on that. So I was in Orangeville and I was at Alternatives. And really cool chicken there helped me with a piece for my bong. Remember, or for my vaporizer. Remember I told you I broke my vaporizer a while back?
Yeah.
And the piece that I needed, she goes into the back. I described it. She goes into the back. She says, this is all I have. This has been laying around for years. And it's the piece I needed.
Bonus.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love that store, man.
That's good.
Now, Ross, is there a
Yes, sir.
reason you've got a clinic in your store now, right?
Yep.
Is there a reason why you haven't put a head shop in there?
Well, it depends on how you define a head shop. If you're talking about a place where you can get things to consume cannabis with, then we already have it.
No, I'm not talking about a rub and tug. Thanks.
I don't consume cannabis by rubbing or tugging.
Or you consider calling a head shop a dispensary?
We have papers, we have grinders, we have vaporizers.
Okay. So you've expanded your steps into that market.
Let me put it another way to you. Ask me what we don't have.
What don't you have?
What we got everything except cannabis. Maybe let me make that perfectly clear.
Yeah.
We have no cannabis for sale except in seed form.
Except in seed form.
Right.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
All right. Is seed sales in Canada still illegal, or is it legal?
No, it's completely legal.
Legal.
Non-viable seeds are completely legal.
And they are completely non-viable as long as you don't soak them in water or do anything silly like that.
Or put them in soil.
Or put them in soil. Is just don't monkey around with them. They're like, you know what they're like? They're like hockey cards or baseball cards.
They're souvenirs.
You buy them and you collect them and you
Souvenirs.
trade them.
Yeah.
And they're for novelty purposes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's novelty purposes only.
exactly.
Okay.
So,
So
do not open package. It's right on
so
there.
Mark went to jail for being funny.
You know, he went to jail because he sold them to people in the U.S.
He
went
broke
across-
a U.S.
and then went down to a DEA dinner and fucking dissed the DEA from their table, heckling them. I mean, he might have should have just walked up to them, put his hands together, and say, "Please handcuff me and take me to jail, sir."
Pretty much. Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, he went to jail.
Mark didn't break any Canadian laws.
No, Canada was fine.
He broke
Mark
U.S.
broke
laws.
US
Yeah.
laws.
Yeah.
Right.
He sold across a border that it was illegal.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened to our friends in Kingston, too. They were bringing seeds in from Europe into Canada. So as soon as you bring seeds across a border, you're just kind of asking for it. Either way, you know, whatever border it is.
Yeah.
So just don't.
So yes,
Bring
they're
them across.
perfectly legal.
Right. They're illegal to import or export. Well, import.
Import.
Well, import.
So,
Well, in the case of
Yeah, and
Montgomery,
export. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
can I-
Export too.
which was
But-
really an import, wasn't it? Because it was the U.S. was charging them, and they had it imported.
Yeah.
So can I ask a question on the importing?
Sure.
Where do what seed companies do you sell in your store?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Just ones that are in Canadiana, sir.
I'm being serious. Do you have Nexus stuff?
Yes, everything you see at truenorthseeds.com, we sell.
Okay.
That's just a little plug for our friends at truenorthseeds.com.
True North, strong and free.
And they are
Not
100%
They're not free.
They're not free.
not free, but 100% Canadian.
You got to pay for the genetics. Well, that's good to know.
Yep.
That's good to know. Yeah, but is it province by province, or is that federal? The seed
What?
thing. The seed thing.
What? The seed thing is nothing.
It's
Just drop it, okay?
it's one of those areas that's just not talked about with polite people.
Okay,
Right.
but
And if you do ask too many questions, you put
answer's
yourself you put your health at risk.
Yes. This is one of those just mind your own business, Al. Just shut up.
you know what? We don't have much to talk about tonight, so I wanted to make things.
Yes, we do.
You do. We got tons to talk about.
So
We got lots to talk about.
All
Do
right.
you know what season it is?
It's news season, and Ross is going to be telling us some news this show. We're going to give him a trial.
What?
Well, because you said you like being put on the spot, you said. So,
Yeah.
ta-da, you're doing the news.
Well, here's what I will talk about is some news
Okay.
that has taken place this week
All right.
in Canada.
Okay. Are we going to?
Oh, and I can do other news too, but
Okay.
I gotta tell you, it's been a pretty fucking boring week.
It has. I got to admit, it has. Although there was some stock shit. If anybody out there is listening and they're like really, really into the stock market and you got a voice and the time to do something, we'd love to have a stock segment. Just saying.
It would also double as the news segment too.
Yeah. Come talk to us about the awesome cannabis stocks in Canada.
Oh wow! Hey, that
The
what
ones
was
that
it?
are tanking.
Yeah, what was the one that tanked? I just posted something about it. Like
I think all of
literally.
them. Yeah, MedRelief, big time.
Med
but I
Relief.
think
MedRelief had a
they
big
all went
tank.
down.
Yeah,
They've all had a drop
yeah.
Yeah.
because the talk of legalization means that they need a lot more licensed producer, which means they no longer have a very tightly controlled market anymore.
Yeah, and there was also some other factors that are severely hurting them too. Like you can't have iconic people speaking and selling your product for you. People like Snoop Dogg or people like that. And packaging has to be plain. It can't be marketed. You can't advertise. All these things. I think the LPs really wanted, and I think their shareholders really wanted too.
Oh,
And they're not getting them. So
yeah.
that hurts.
It hurts. It's like a stub toe. Hey,
It's right to the butt.
Can I throw some history out there because I'm on the history page of the Scratch and Sniff book of weed, and I know what I'm going to scratch is going to smell really old. Okay, so 2700 BC, first recorded use. The great mythological emperor and pioneering herbalist Shen Neg first classified cannabis in his prehistoric Chinese pharmacopoeia.
So that's the first documented.
That's the first documented, yeah. And
Right.
then it goes on 2313 BC. Egypt's used cannabis for glaucoma. That's that whole thing that Peter Tosh smokes about or sings about, and all those other Rastafarians.
I can't help but think that 30,000 years ago, people in caves were, looking for stuff to burn in the cave to keep them warm.
Yep.
And found this plant that
and went,
they
hey, this
would burn.
stinks, man.
And when it burned, it made them feel funny.
Yep.
So,
Just
I
like-
think it probably goes a lot further back than the first documented case.
Just like the firemen that burn it when it's got to be burned in the field.
Very slowly.
Yeah. It was known that long ago about inflammation and glaucoma. Now, let me ask you guys a question. I've always grown up being told and hearing that cannabis was pretty much the only cure for glaucoma. Is that correct?
It's not a cure, it's a treatment.
A treatment.
Right.
Yeah. So
everybody
you
uses-
release the pressure on
I
the
know.
eye.
The word cure's got to go away. I understand that.
Yeah. Cure is just a stupid word to begin with.
Yeah. It's not
Yeah.
the cure. And you know what? I was explaining, my niece Emily was here who has type 1 diabetes. And she's had a rough few months. But she's doing a lot better. And we were talking about why it's not a cure. That the cannabis isn't a cure, right? I don't know why.
No,
I brought it up.
never think of it as being
No.
a cure.
When it comes to pain, it's kind of like it switches that off so that you can cope with it, right?
Yeah.
And then with nausea, it kind of short circuits that as well. I mean, there are some things that cannabis as a whole and the whole plant can help reverse, though, right?
Yes.
But
the problem is with the word cure. Cannabis is a viable option for symptom relief.
Yes.
For many different illnesses. And if you're using cannabis for symptom relief and you're using it on a consistent basis and all of a sudden all of your symptoms go away as well as the underlying cause, you could say that you were cured, but it's not a word that I would use.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and you're a good example because, I mean, just take people back a few years ago when I first met you. You had just gotten out of a hospital. You were still in your wheelchair.
Yeah.
And now you hardly use your cane, right?
Yeah. I carry my cane because I'm lazy. Sometimes I like to lean.
It's good to whack dummies.
I was
with.
just saying.
Oh, that comes in handy too.
I told Kelly to keep her cane in the car just in case, she's out and about in the city, and she needs to stop for a minute. And I said, and also just turn it around and go, and it will keep people away from you too. So
yeah.
So,
it's a really good deterrent for helping people mind their own fucking business.
Well, just having it, people think twice. Okay, he's got something that is a weapon, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Plus, when you meet up with somebody else who has a cane, it's awesome sword fighting material.
Oh yeah, you can make a lot of cool friends that way.
Oh, you can. And when you add that attachment that makes it go,
I'll tell you a funny story. We were in Ayton. Kelly and I were in Ayton, and we ran into. There's a little store there called Granny's Corner Store or something like that. Okay, and I come out and she's got Michael Jackson, Billie Jean just cranked in the car, and I walked by doing an old fat guy's rendition of the moon dance, walk, right? And I turned around and I look and I see the truck driver that had been standing there and I didn't know he was there was doing the same fucking thing. And Kelly was just hysterically laughing.
It was that was a hard song not to like moonwalk to or do some sort of thing.
There are some songs that even your cheek goes or your toe goes.
Yeah, you get that eye twitch first, right?
Yeah,
it starts there.
Yeah.
Works your way down its body and.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I call that neurological problems.
Oh, that might have been a stroke. Yeah.
You should be a little
okay. So
concerned.
I'm on the Bounty of Buzz page, and I'm just like, of course, I'm not going to read the whole book. Go out and buy it yourself. But the caption is, botanically speaking, 2 types of cannabinoids give weed its psychoactive and pharmacological.
Pharmacological.
Thank you. Majesty. Yeah, cannabinoids.
I'll just translate for Al as
cannabinoids and this isn't helping. And terpenes. These gives each strain its own little chemical footprint. Blah 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 blah. So I'm gonna. This is the first
that
one.
Means et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
I'm sniffing the first one. I'm sniffing, and it says mango. It's talking about cannabinoids and how mango can increase the effect of the psychoactive effect in that. So let's see if this really smells like mango, shall we? Okay, here.
Hey, go man, go.
Dude, hey, that's cool. It really smells like mango.
What's mango smell like?
Mango?
It smells like a mango.
What's the underlying smell of mango?
Very fruity.
A man coming?
What?
If
a man going?
That's what you call a awkward pause.
What are you thinking?
I mean, I work with mangoes all the time.
It smells like a mango. The last time I had a mango, this is what it smelled like.
When they're ripe, they smell like pine.
And there's another one up here, beer.
Because they have a lot of pinene.
Let's see if this smells like beer. It's a hop. Hold on, let me. Beer.
No, it would smell like the hop.
Wow. No, that smells like beer.
Really?
Yeah. Family values. Ever notice how beer and weed kind of smell alike? It's because they're botanically related. Hops and beer come from the same plant family. What?
Yeah, the hops and cannabis are in the same general family, but that's where it ends.
And then here's pine.
Hops
Here's one
don't
for
smell
pine.
like pot.
No.
Hops
That
smell
one
like
smells
hops.
pine.
I don't think hops smell like beer though.
No, they definitely don't. Beer completely changed. It's like, I guess smelling oil, like cannabis oil. You don't really get a lot of terpenes when you smell normal, ordinary cannabis oil.
This is a really cool book, guys. It really is. And now we're on the Garden of Whedon, and it's got scratch and sniff scents from Sour Diesel, Blueberry Kush, and OG Kush. Let's see, shall we? I just had some, I just finished smoking some Sour Diesel, so hold on a sec. Here, I'll tell you if it smells like it. I don't know.
No, disappointed.
Yeah. Let's see the Blueberry Kush here. Oh, yeah. Blueberry Kush smells like Blueberry Kush. You're damn right it does. Yeah, OG
Okay,
Kush.
so either the book is good and your weed was bad, or
OG Kush, yep, smells like OG Kush.
or your weed was good. The book is bad.
No, the book, I love it. I think the book is awesome.
Okay. So you had some bad weed.
It's a really good. Oh, look! We've even got.
We can't. It's
snacks.
radio.
The Hunger Games, and it's got scratch and sniff pad over Pop-Tarts and Nillas. So let's see. I feel like Pop-Tart. I'm gonna have a Pop-Tart. One sec here. Let's have
All right.
a Pop. Oh, dude, that's a Pop-Tart. I don't.
Imagine
you ought to know
making something and saying that it smells like what it actually smells like.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
here's a
Did you
picture.
ever do the What in Mad magazine?
Here's a picture of it's this page.
That was fun.
This page is called Sexy Time, and I'm not scratching and sniffing this page. I'm sorry.
Why?
I'm just.
You
not,
should.
because
Don't
it's
go
a-
for it.
it's
Come
a
on, who
must.
let the stank out?
No, I think I'll wait for that. I'll wait for that.
What a chicken shit. I mean, come on.
You coward. Then we got to listen to him either gagging or going through porn sites.
Okay.
He's going to do the opposite of man going, I guess.
So, anyways, so I want to. Okay, in the back here, it goes through some symptoms that cannabis relieves. Should we go through that? You can usurp your comments as I go.
Okay. No, we'll be nice.
Arthritis, IBS, Crohn's, cancer, anxiety, PTS. I'm going to throw in ADHD because
They got scratch spots for all those.
No, this is just at the back of the book. And you know
I was
what?
going to ask you what they smell like.
There. I just posted a picture a little while ago of the front cover and then the back inside cover, and it's called a Buzzkill Buffer. So Ross, I put this in between us. You Buzzkill. I can't do that and have you guys hear me, unfortunately. But,
Hey, Al.
Yes.
If you post pictures of all of the pages,
Then nobody has to buy the book.
well,
Yeah.
you can just share them with me.
No.
And me.
You can look at the book on Amazon. It's on Amazon. And it's not a very expensive book. It's let's see here.
It was
On the-
$9.99 or $19.99.
On the book in the US it's $19.95. And
$19.95.
on the book it says in Canada $23.95 and $13.95 euro in the UK. Now, I would buy something like this as a coffee book because every time I've had this here for about 3 weeks now, but because of what was going on, I'm just getting to it. Sorry, but pretty much everybody who comes in that I show the book, they sit there and they go through the whole thing. Okay, so I will bring it when I come to see you, Ross, so you can look at it.
Okay.
And then
and scratch it and sniff it. Even that last page.
I was going to say you can be happy all scratching and sniffing on the sex page all on your own.
Okay.
Oh my God. $21.56 Amazon.ca, but there's only 10 left in stock, and it's eligible for free shipping.
Whoa.
Wow.
Ding, 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 ding. So I got some songs loaded up. I just have to look here for a second and shut something off here. And a band this week called When. They're from Kenya, and it's a reggae beat. So we're going to listen to them. This song's called Born Champion. And we'll be back. This is the 420 Radio Show. I'm still not in the chat room. Is there anybody in the chat room? No.
Me and some guest.
Some guest.
Me and some guest.
Some anonymous guy.
Some guest that couldn't figure out how to put his own name in.
Ross is being anonymous again.
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to type in there, am I in here?
Okay.
Yeah.
While Ross is being anonymous, we'll be right back. And we'll
Won't let
listen
me
to
type.
his not so anonymous commercial that his wife does. And we'll be right back.
Hi, it's Deb from BMA Hydroponics. Whatever you are growing, from vegetables to medicinal cannabis, we have everything you need to succeed. From seed to harvest to processing and extracting, we carry all the brand name products that will help you produce, process, and consume high-quality medicine. Our knowledgeable staff of qualified growers have decades of experience with home production, and all possess either MMAR injunction status or an ACMPR registration certificate. We offer the largest variety of products available anywhere, and if you don't see what you're looking for, just let us know and we'll find it for you. Visit our store at 404 Maitland Drive in Belleville, Ontario, or visit our website at bmahydroponics.com. We can be reached at 613-967-9888, Monday to Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/BMAHydro and drop us a line at BMA. Our motto is your success is our success.
Real champion. Original champion.
Born in the city in the sun, brought up in an African clan. Rough and tough, royal and calm, raised ambitious to become someone. Most high word we are spread with no ego. Free up myself and free up my people. Give thanks for me mama and papa, always there for me sister and brother. Born champion, man is a real champion. How we say, true champion. I am the original champion. Tough like steel, strong like iron, brave like lion, man from Zion. True African, give me my crown right now. Forever champion.
I see you all through me two brown eyes. Thousands of years have come and gone. Melanin shining, show your light, leading the world through the darkest night. Start from Kemet, through mathematics, everything hieroglyphic. When I check the great wall of Zimbabwe, I can't forget I'm a
born champion. Man is a real champion. How we say, true champion. I am the original champion. Tough like steel, strong like iron, brave like lion, man from Zion. True African, give me my crown right now. Forever champion.
Happy to race, accomplish what you will. Look up to the skies, the stars, the moon so bright. Don't you hate the roots of the tree? Every heartbreak has its own seed. Freedom is not a gift. You are
champion, man is a real champion. How we say, true champion. I am the original champion. Tough like steel, strong like iron, brave like lion, man from Zion. True African, give me my crown right now. Forever champion.
Alkebula ndio home Africa, jina zingine wametupa kutuficha, hata Mungu walitupa kutuzima. Ngozi na dhahabu waliona, wakavuka boda, kutibu wakatibu, wakasema wamefika. Afrika ndiyo mama, sisi ndiyo baba, mwanzo bila mwisho.
Born champion, man is a real champion. How we say, true champion. I am the original champion. Tough like steel, strong like iron, brave like lion, man from Zion. True African, give me my crown right now. Forever champion.
happy not to race, accomplish what you will. Look
that.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I like that. That's When, and you can find them on Twitter, When Music. There's a little slash there in between the When and the music, a little what do you call it? Underscore? Is that what it's called? Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
And they're out of Kenya. Yeah, I like that.
Oh,
I'm
that's
not
the
a big
African
reggae
band.
fan,
Cool.
but that actually wasn't bad.
They sent me 3 songs. We're going to hear all 3 of them.
It was kind of like fusion reggae, though. It was like fusion, like with today's modern young folk music, which I don't get.
Yeah.
Yeah. The young folks know what I'm talking about.
Something like that.
But I don't.
They're probably listening, so you know.
They may be.
Well, I told them that I was going to be playing it, so of course.
Like I figured that was like Justin Bieber backing up. You know, what's Bob Marley's son's name?
That's Hosni Bronx.
Hosni Bronx and Justin Bieber with a female singer.
No, I think you should stop before you get stomped in the head by a Rastafarian.
Hosni's probably a pretty big guy, isn't he?
I don't know.
Hosni, I'm sorry, man.
Anyways, I think we'll go back to another break, maybe.
We'll play that clip at some point because that is really there is one big news story of this week, and that's the one that I would like spend a little bit of time talking about.
As soon as I load it, we'll play it.
We should vote.
Yeah. Okay.
We should vote on it.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you even know what it is?
If Ross thinks it's good, I vote no.
But I'm sure it's something that you would like to talk about too, Marcel.
Where in the hell did you share this at?
I had to email it to Al because it was 3 megabytes. I don't know why it was 3 megabytes, and it wouldn't load onto the.
Is this one of your phone calls to Health Canada?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't have it, Ross. I don't see it here yet.
Let me see. I went to the Google thing that we use here, and I went to what was it, the May 19th news thing, and then there's Al Rap via Google, and it says email Al, and I clicked on that, and it went to.
And then I had to stop because I had an itch, and then I forgot what I was doing.
There's a reccat scan at gmail.com?
Anyways, no, I don't have it on the email that you were supposed to send it to.
The reccat scan?
No, that's not my email.
Well, that's what it says here.
Well, it's the wrong email. You've got the wrong
It says
email.
Al Rap 420 Roadshow, REK.
Well, let me see.
CAT. SCAN.
Well, you're not supposed to send
Gmail.
it to that one. Yeah. But that's not an email that I use, Ross.
Oh, well, it's the only one I had.
Okay. Well, don't use that again. Okay.
Okay. What one do you want me to use?
Take a tennis racket to your penis.
Do you want to go ahead and give your email out over the air?
You just gave my email out over the air.
Well, you said that's not your email. You don't use the reccat scan.
No, that's not my email.
Well, that's what it says here.
Hold on a second here. We're listening.
You guys are special.
A replay.
Did you wreck a CAT scan sometime or what?
For Kootenai, Colombia.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you to my colleague for his speech. Back in March, I held a telephone town hall in my riding of Kootenai, Colombia, and 3,300 people stayed on the phone for an hour. Great deal of interest in the riding. Had a panel of experts that they could phone into as well. One of the concerns that was really prominent in my riding was trying to ensure that small growers, which are very prevalent on parts of my riding, continue to have a role in the future of legalizing cannabis in Canada. And if not, I can pretty well guarantee you that there will continue to be a black market for marijuana. So interested in the members' views on trying to ensure that co-ops and small growers are part of the future.
Great question. Wait for the
Secretary,
answer.
the Minister of Innovation.
I thank the honourable member from Kootenai, Colombia, for his question and his thoughts. This is a place where we will have to work, Mr. Speaker, with the provinces. In terms of the actual distribution system, we will work closely with the provinces, territories, and municipalities to ensure that a system is put in place that takes into account the desires of the province in terms of distribution.
Has nothing to do with what he
in this particular case, we have given the right to individuals to have up to 4 plants. After that, we will work with our partners to fill out the rest of the system.
Questions and comments. The honourable member for Saanich Gulf Islands.
It's my first opportunity to rise to this debate on Bill C-45. I do think the government has overall gotten a good balance on this. I think it's appropriate that there are many gaps to be filled in by provincial regulation. I'm particularly concerned that a product that has such high profit margins not be overtaken and run by the cigarette industry or any of the existing large corporations that could force out, as my colleague from Kootenay, Columbia mentioned, smaller producers. In my own area of southern Vancouver Island, there are many people in what might be described as a craft industry of edibles for pain relief. They're enormously rigorous about what they produce. I wouldn't want to see them forced out by large corporate interests. But I do have one concern about the legislation as drafted, and I wonder if it's open to amendments. And that is that the punishments found in the Act for those who violate provisions of this bill could be subjected to indictable offenses and prison sentences up to 14 years. These strike me as excessive. I wonder if the government's open to amendment.
The Honourable Parliament Secretary.
I thank the honourable member, Mr. Speaker, for her question. I will leave the amendment process to our committee under the guidance of our parliamentary secretary and generally the
doesn't
government.
even get a no.
However, I do note that as a rule there is some flexibility in sentencing that in terms of the power that the discretionary power that judges have, and I do think we will at the end of the day strike the appropriate balance throughout all of our legislation.
Mm-hmm. So the judge doesn't have to give you 14 years.
Yeah,
he can. No. You know, he doesn't have to.
He could.
So that's
if
a
he
good
wanted to be a dick. Yeah.
And you know, asking a question about craft growers turns into an answer about how provinces are going to regulate retail distribution.
Which means that Canada is going to have and will continue to have a very viable black market when it comes to cannabis.
As the man said.
Yeah. I'm all for it.
Yep. And I know so many people who are just loving what they're hearing right now. They really like it because their future is insured.
Yeah.
And here's another thing that conclusion we can draw by the non-answer that was given to the guy from Kootenay. There probably aren't going to be craft growers. Otherwise, the guy would have said, "Oh, yes, we will be allowing for smaller growers and larger growers." But he didn't say that. He did a Trump thing, you know, where you deflect, right?
I've always figured that there wouldn't be craft growers under their regulations. The craft growers will be the same as they are right now, black market.
That's who's going to, that's who the craft growers are going to be. They're going to be the black
that's who they are now.
But, you know, black market is even unfair. That's not a good term for them. I mean, black market implies organized crime. So, right. Like, if you've got a guy who's selling to maybe 10 or 12 different people on a regular basis, the X store that he has, you know, that makes some organized crime.
Yeah. Oh, the whole thing is stupid.
It is, and they don't seem to be relenting on it. I guess they actually shut down second reading, so they went ahead and passed the bill after first reading. So it didn't get to have that chance to have anything changed in Parliament, but now it's going to the HESA, the Health Committee, to look at, and the Senate's going to have a go at it. So hopefully, they're you know, a little bit of sanity is going to be brought to bear, and they're going to make some changes that make sense, because otherwise, they're going to miss out on their two goals, their two main goals of keeping it out of the hands of children and keeping it out of the hands of organized crime.
There was never any intention with that whole proposal to keep it out of the hands of children.
No, in fact, they've enshrined into it that children can carry up to 5 grams without facing any penalty whatsoever. So they've basically legalized possession of up to 5 grams. They did say that if the provinces want to put laws in place to punish youth, juveniles, with possession for possession under 5 grams, they can. But the federal government's not going to do it, which is okay. I mean, they shouldn't be any penalties for possession of 5 grams for young people. And if it is, it's not going to be criminal anyway, even if it's over 5 grams. So, I don't see how that deters young people, but
there's no deterrent.
No. The only deterrent is if an 18-year-old in high school gives a joint to his 17-year-old buddy, because now he's facing 14 years.
Yeah, but guess what? That's going to happen.
And yeah, I don't want to say I can hardly wait, because I don't ever want to see that happen, but boy, it's going to be a shit show.
Has that not already happened? I mean, there have been a few people charged with silly little rinky-dink shit like that. I mean, and they're going to do it just to spite. An officer's going to come along, they're going to walk into a situation that involves cannabis, and then go, hey, I'm going to make a name for myself. And then there's going to be, news and blah, 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 but it's going to be the wrong kind of news. So
yeah, or a judge who wants to make a point.
Yeah.
By saying, I'm giving you, Mr. 18-year-old who gave that 17-year-old a joint, I'm giving you 14 years. And just let the chips fall, and chips will fall.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that there will be quite the appeal to that one.
I had a few chips fall out of the bag last night, and I wasn't fucking happy about it.
But you ate them anyway.
Did they fall where they may?
No, they fell right into the fucking floor, and the dog got them.
Well, that's where they may.
Oh, so basically what you're saying is you're not as fast as your dog.
It was my last fucking chip, too.
Well, your dogs are good at getting some of your food, isn't it?
You know what? No, Rosie's actually really good. Daisy's a frickin' beagle viper. She's just in there. And she'll take your finger
like a piranha.
She'll take. Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
It's gone before it even hits the floor.
She'll take the fucking finger with you, man, and she's got a good snap to her. I won't feed her at all. Rose, I'll just walk right up. She's very gentle, like Buster. She used to be a viper, but not since I've had her. She's just, she comes over. I mean, and here she free feeds. So there's no competition at all for her food until Daisy walks in, and she just goes right for
snooze and losing.
Yep. So, news. And nothing really happened this week in the news?
The Cannabis Act, I think, is a big one. I mean, the clip was there. I mean, those were just a couple. That was one little 3-minute snippet from somewhere's in the neighborhood of 4 or 5 hours of debate.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and there was a whole bunch of dumb shit that was brought forward during the debate. And I know some people have heard about it. I've seen, a couple of things posted about it. The toaster oven is trending.
Oh, that one is just... That just blows me away. That's like the epitome of a politician to show her true colors as being a fucking retard.
Like really, I'm left speechless by something like that. I mean, anybody who thinks that somehow by a mom and dad growing some plants at home, that's going to turn into cannabis in the toaster oven getting kids high.
I think it's an awesome idea, and I've got a nice little toaster oven out there. I've only been ever using it for decarboxylating. I might as well just crank that sucker up and see how I can hotbox a whole house.
You know what? If you drilled a hole in the side and stuck a tube in there, right?
No, it's convection, so it's got a fan that's going to blow it out.
Oh, ooh! Put a funnel on it, duct tape it, and then put a tube on it.
Screw that. You throw half a pound. I mean, that sucker would hold half a pound. Throw half a pound in and hotbox the whole house.
There you go.
I'm just doing it the way my elected official tells me is the best.
So that's where toasted came from, huh?
Yeah.
So
I got toasted, dude.
Toasted.
Hey guys, can we do? I want to try something. See if this works. Okay. So I only got 2 hands here, so I have to do it right. I don't know what to do with the book.
What would you do if you had a third hand? I mean, you would look so weird. Could you imagine that?
No, don't ask Al what he would do with a third hand.
Oh yeah.
Be on my penis all the time.
Hey, I thought there was a youngster present.
No.
Alone.
She left.
Oh, okay.
She left. Yes.
And penis away, my friend.
No, don't talk about the penis at all. Anyways, okay.
Not on mine.
Nobody's talking about anybody's penis here. Okay.
Uh-oh. This isn't working.
We don't know what you're trying to do.
I don't know either. It's got something to do with the penis. I'm pretty sure of that.
No,
That's what I'm afraid of. I don't want to see.
No, it has nothing to do with a penis. God, you guys are weird tonight. We need a woman in this group.
You're the one who brought up penis.
No, I did not.
Yes, you are. Marcel, he brought it up, didn't he?
He did.
See? You dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there.
Yeah. What he said, dude.
All right.
So what are you doing over there, Al? No, wait. That's right. We weren't
doing?
supposed to ask that question.
No, I've got.
Never ask Al what he's doing.
Shut up,
with his
Ross.
third hand.
I've got GarageBand loaded on my new phone, and it's got some microphone things that you can do with it. And I can go like this if I can get it working. I don't know why it's not working. It should be working.
Is this like an app or software or something?
It's GarageBand is a really good app that you can use to record songage or anything really.
Better than Audacity?
Yeah, but it's Mac based.
Right.
It's Mac based, right?
So useless.
Muck based
for you. Yeah, for you, maybe it's useless. Not for me. I'll be able to do some really cool things with it. I mean, I've used it before. I had it on my other phone too, but this is it runs really well. This SE is fucking awesome. I love it. Is
that the latest upgrade for Apple?
The one they give for upgrading, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. 32 gigs I've gone from 8 gig to 32. So that's a really good thing.
It's 4 times better.
4 times better. Bigger and better. Better and bigger. I don't know why it's not playing through. It was working
I don't
earlier.
know. I still like the old Motorola flip phone.
You know what? I have one of those still. I have
one. We had one right up until like about 2 months ago. Deb went out and got a smartphone.
I got a
we still can't figure out how to answer the fucking calls. It starts ringing, and there's this red dot with a phone on it, and you're like pushing on it, and nothing's happening, right? So finally, the 10-year-old granddaughter says, "Oh, you gotta slide it to the side." So thank you, Haley. I appreciate that.
There you go.
Helping Grammy and Grampy out.
Grammy and Grampy, is that the nameage?
That's the nameage.
Grammy and Grampy.
Yeah.
All righty.
I used to have a bag phone.
Yeah, I had a brick as well.
Yeah.
It was awesome for the coverage that you could get with it.
Yeah, if you were near enough to a tower. My first phone, my first cell phone was bolted into my company car, right to the floor.
I had to have a portable one.
On it.
I had to have a portable one so I could take it on the job sites, and so it was a briefcase with an antenna sticking out of it.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yep, the brick. I called them they were bricks, basically.
Yeah, and the one in the car actually had the stretchy cord on it, just like the old time landline phones.
Oh yeah.
So you pick it up and have that accordion kind of cord on it hooked up to this thing that was wired, all through. They had to tear up all your carpeting and run it through the sides of the walls, and had an antenna stuck to the outside on the back and all this stuff.
So I just had to plug mine into a cigarette lighter, and then
it just worked.
It just worked. But I was talking to the supplier, whatever it was back then, and saying that it would be nice if I could get more coverage. And they said, just put an antenna on your car.
Yep.
And I said, Yeah, but I got to be able to take the phone. I don't want to have to keep plugging it in and unplugging it. And they said, no, you don't have to plug it in. You just put the antenna there.
Didn't have to have a wire?
Nope.
Oh.
The antenna on the bag phone would pick up the signal from the antenna on top of the car.
Oh. Wow.
So-
you were really advanced.
So you were wireless before any of us, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was way cool.
Yeah. I was totally I was wireless in that there was an antenna on the inside of my car that went to a tower somewhere. But other than that, everything was wired heavily.
Can I tell you something else really cool? When Music is listening right now, and it's 2:30 in the morning there. So hi, When Music. You can go to bed now if you like. We got 2 more songs to play of When. We're going to play Walk With Me, and then later on, Don't Be Me. But yeah, she's listening. And
cool.
Hi.
Loved the first song.
Hello from Canada.
Can't wait for the second one.
And they are in Nairobi, Kenya.
Cool.
So that's like way
probably warm. No, actually, should be getting cool now.
I don't know if it ever gets cool in.
Well,
Kenya.
cool for them.
Yeah, like 82 Fahrenheit at night.
I was in the Middle East back in the 80s, and we got there in October and left in April. So we were there for their winter. I got a sunburn Christmas Day laying on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
They're walking around in parkas.
I know. It was like that when I lived in Florida.
Because it was their winter and it was below 30 degrees Celsius, so it was friggin' cold for them.
Yeah. Yeah, where I lived in Florida, it would go up to like 68 degrees one day, and they'd all be walking around in sweatshirts and stuff like that. And I'm walking around in a T-shirt going, the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm out back in the middle of in January. I'm out in the back in the middle, like beside the Saugeen River, in shorts and a fucking T-shirt in the snow. It's like, come on. And then you get somebody from California come up here and they're like, it's fucking cold, man.
I got to tell you though, going out there in shorts and a T-shirt in January on the Saugeen River sounds a little bit insane to me.
Not really.
And I'm not from Florida, but it does sound insane.
I'm a Canadian.
Hardcore Canadian.
Yeah.
I am Canadian. I sit out on a chair with a shorts and a T-shirt on a nice sunny day in the winter. Sure, why not?
Well, right now I got a ceiling fan on and the sun's going down. I'm starting to get a chill.
I'm getting a chill here now too. It's 21 here now in Midwestern Ontario.
Ooh. Well, thank goodness summer finally got here, man. I was starting to really get concerned. It has been so cold and rainy.
It's okay.
Day after day.
You will be complaining in the next few days because it's supposed to jump all the way up to 32.
Yeah, which is great because it wasn't, in a way it was good because the plants I put outside didn't have to do a lot of hardening off. If you just kind of shock them into the hot sunny weather, sometimes they'll go through a little shock. They had no shock whatsoever.
Speaking of which,
so you put
that time of year that everybody should be getting their plants outdoors or soon to be outdoors now that today's the full moon.
That's right.
How do you go about hardening your plants before you put them out?
He rubs them.
No, what you do is you gradually introduce them to the outdoors. So you take them and you put them out for a couple, maybe for the morning or for a few hours in the morning, and then bring them back in. And then you do that again the next day, and then you keep extending it by a couple hours each time until you've got about 5 or 6 days under their belt. And now they're on, by the time they got 5 or 6 days, then you can put them out there and kind of leave them out there, and they should be hardened off pretty good within a few days of a gradual introduction. It's kind of like microdosing with cannabis oil and gradually building up your dose, right? It's the same kind of concept.
Can we go, because it's on the same subject, I don't know if any of our listeners were listening to Coffee and Cannabis this week. They heard that guy over there out east on the show.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Yapping about something. Do you want to touch base on all that shit after we come back from the break, Marcel?
Sure.
All right.
Sure. Okay.
Sure. I want to touch base with you too.
Sure.
Like, where's mine?
I think you just like to touch.
I'm trying to find out where yours is.
Okay. It's lost in space.
Yeah, I can't get my frickin' thing to work now. I had it working all earlier. I was sitting here going, I was giggling, doing chipmunks and everything. So
No, I think what's happening right now is I've oversaturated our research staff.
Well,
they can't keep up to my schedule.
Hey, they got to earn their $15.50 an hour somehow.
So we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Following is a public service announcement from the Canadian Therapeutic Cannabis Partners Society. The Canadian Therapeutic Cannabis Partners Society is a non-profit organization dedicated to ensuring improved access to therapeutic cannabis and cannabis byproducts in Canada. With a federal government that has committed to legalizing cannabis, we feel it is our duty to ensure that the medicinal use of cannabis doesn't get lost in the process and that there are clear distinctions made between the medicinal and recreational use of cannabis. It is our mission to ensure that government regulation doesn't get in the way of a sick, disabled, or terminally ill person's right to use or produce this amazing natural health product. If you would like to get involved, you can contact us on the internet. www.canadiantherapeuticCannabisPartners.com, on Facebook, CTCP Society, or search Canadian Therapeutic Cannabis Partners.
So what are you doing? Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio. You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
Take me on a journey. Never let me fall. Walk with me. Spirit and soul will walk with me. Guiding my way. Walk with me. Body and mind, come walk with me. We come from far, and the heavens are mommy and daddy. We chose this time to win the race of life. Morning star, chasing the evening star. We rise in the dark, and we sleep in the light. Walk with me, spirit and soul, will you walk with me? Take me on a journey. Walk with me, body and mind, come walk with me. Never let me fall. Walk with me, spirit and soul, will you walk with me? Guiding my way. Walk with me, body and mind, come walk with me. Don't let us fade away. We will rise again. Don't let us fade away. Come, let us go away. We were meant to fly. Come, let us go away. So walk with me, spirit and soul, will you walk with me? Take me on a journey. Walk with me, body and mind, come walk with me. Never let me fall. Walk with me, spirit and soul, will you walk with me? Guiding my way. Walk with me, body and mind, come walk with me. I'm standing up in the towers, looking at children of lovers, living life in minutes and hours. Never knew the space was ours, and I will take you for a walk down the spirit lane. So come on, come on, come on, come on and walk with me. Spirit and soul, will you walk with me? Take me on a journey. Walk with me, body and mind, come walk walk with me, never let me fall. Walk with me, spirit and soul will walk with me, guiding my way. Walk with me, body and mind, come walk with me. Walk with me, spirit and soul will walk with me. Take me on a journey. Walk with me, body and mind, come walk with me. Never let me fall. Walk with me, spirit and soul will walk with me, guiding my way. Walk with me.
We're back, and we're not talking about what we were talking about on the break.
I can't get that image out of my mind.
Some of us really want to because it's really funny to some of us, just not to others. Yeah, we won't talk about that.
No, won't go there.
Okay, so
would you like to talk about irritable bowel syndrome?
That's what it is.
IBS.
What a shitty subject.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
No.
Yeah.
We know what you meant.
Yeah.
I'm smoking.
It came across loud and clear.
I'm smoking all the roaches that Kelly left when she left.
And you pulled all the legs off too, right?
Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure you take the legs off.
You know what I did notice though? Every time I roll a joint of roaches, they walk away. It just disappears. You put it down, it goes away. I mean, I hate
because you're
that.
supposed to break the legs first,
right?
What am I, a fucking gangster?
Well, it's so hard to keep them lit too. They keep crackling and popping, and
Yeah, well, it's better than fucking weed with seeds in it.
Why you don't like that little explosion every once in a while?
I don't think I have one T-shirt that doesn't have a hole in it. To be honest with you,
I call those hash shirts.
Yes, I mean we've all got those shirts with the burn holes in
Speaking
them.
of shirts,
the
we
trick is to limit it to like 1 or 2 shirts that have the holes in them, and you wear those whenever you're smoking.
we need to come out with a joint
with
smoking
hash.
shirt.
That's why Pink Floyd calls it the inevitable pinhole burn.
That's right. Yep.
It's going to happen. It's just a matter of
we
when.
should put out a line of T-shirts that are made to be burned, and they come with little burn marks in them. Just
Awesome
like they
idea.
do. Just like
already
they
have
do,
burn holes. Yeah.
just like they do with the rips in the jeans now, with the girls with a nice tight butt. You know,
Well, they came out with the new jeans that were pre-dirtied. Did you see those? They were pre-soiled.
Stupid.
Yeah, like I'm going to pay extra because they've already been dirtied for me.
Yeah, they're stained to look like they were
Can I just
dirt or dyed to look like
remind
dirt.
you, you've been able to buy soiled clothing on the internet for years. Okay. Just go on Kijiji.
It's
and
called eBay.
Goodwill online.
Just saying. For $14.95, I'll wear my panties for 3 days and then send them to you.
And they've already got burn holes in them.
Those aren't burn holes, dude.
Oh boy.
we really need a lady to join us. Somebody please come and help us call. And
Then
say-
we'd have to watch what we say.
No, we never had to watch what we said with what was her name there? Lori.
Lori?
Yes.
Batman.
Are you sure?
I never washed my tongue with Lori. Not foully, anyways.
I got to admit, I pulled back a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
So, okay, well then,
not
how's
completely,
this?
but a little bit.
If you think that you could put up with us 3 jerks every Friday night, and you are a well-versed female Canadian somewhere
Now,
in
see,
the West
that's,
Coast,
somebody's going to turn around and bitch and say that we're being sexist because we only want female co-hosts.
And racist because we only want Canadian ones.
Yeah, now we're racist too.
And sexist.
Al, thanks.
Yeah. You know how bad we look right now.
Oh, man, that's it. We just got canceled.
Is the network pulling the plug on us?
So let me have a meeting.
We're so screwed now.
No, seriously, any females out there, any women who are willing to put up with our nonsense, please email Al, private message Al Al is the man. He's the man behind the baggie, and we're looking for somebody to fill the hole. Oop. See, there I go again.
Now, we can't be overtly sexual then, like we can when it's just three guys talking like we're in the fucking jock room.
Right. Well, that's what Trump said. Right? It was locker room talk. It's just locker room.
Welcome to Al's locker room gossip. Today on this week's show. Anyways, yeah, seriously, we're looking for a chick who is a cool chick.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get some lined up now.
Yeah, I know. Check. We're probably going to get all kinds of private messages now.
Look, there's one now.
Please, if you do have any complaints in regards to the what you may deem to be sexual, offensive, etc., just direct them to our complaint department, which is Ross, care of BMA Hydroponics.
Wait. I thought Facebook/Al Rap. That's with two P,
that's the other one.
R-A-P-P.
Yeah, you can try that one too.
Although you can send me your complaints, and I will pass them on.
Your
the man
complaint.
behind the baggie.
Yeah, I got a few complaints about
send me
you
the
too,
complaints
pal.
about me, and I'll pass them on.
This is supposed to be. I want to say something seriously. Okay, if you follow us on Facebook or on Twitter, please,
you're as crazy as we are.
Please, don't tell me I post too much news. I already know that.
We already know that too.
Okay. Seriously, somebody says to me yesterday, and I'm not trying to bully them or anything. I just find it very silly. You would think that people would look and see who they're following, because that's what we do. I post news constantly, all day long, sometimes cannabis news, sometimes regular news, sometimes music. It's called a radio show. Hello? If you don't like it, no, there's no way for you to calm us down and turn down our posts on your Twitter feed. The only way to do that is to delete us. So feel free, please. But I'd rather you didn't.
You don't leave. Because if you leave, then how would you know if we're making fun of you or not?
Exactly. You see, that's why you never stop following people that you get.
I just want to remind
because
people.
You want to make sure they're not talking about you.
I just want to remind people that Marcel is a veteran, and he used to work way, way, way up north where the secret shit happens. So be careful.
I know how to hide the bodies.
Actually, Marcel knows how to completely get rid of the body entirely.
Shh. We don't broadcast that. Then everybody wants to learn.
No, that show's on Mondays at 4.
Yeah.
How to build a bomb and let it go off. No, I'm just kidding.
You know what was
I'm going to start putting classes on for wannabe terrorists. They can blow themselves up.
Yeah, right. Tell them how to do things just specifically so they will blow themselves up.
So first thing you do is you go to a nice secluded area, preferably a bunker with no other people around to build this.
Yeah.
And you attach that red wire to the blue wire after you've connected the battery to the device. Go ahead and do that now. Thank you.
Next.
One less suicide bomber.
That's right. Next.
I watched the Manchester concert. Did you guys?
Which concert?
Did you the Ariana Grande concert for Manchester?
Ooh, yeah, I'd have a tough time getting through that.
I watched. You know what? No, that's because you're an old fart. But some of the Robbie Williams played. Coldplay, Ariana did a bunch of songs. Will.i.am came out with the other guy from Black Eyed Peas, and Ariana did Fergie's parts in Black Eyed Peas songs. I mean, there was some good music there from all different genres. The Biebs was there. He did an acoustic set.
The what?
The Biebs.
The Beeb.
The Beeb.
Do you know who says the Beeb?
14-year-old girls.
Hey, I just want to say that I am an uncle of a 13-year-old girl. So
And I just want to say that Al is the only co-host of the show that is a believer.
How do you? I don't even know how to say it.
Believer.
A believer.
I'm a believer. Yes. I also like The Wizard of Oz, Ross.
Well, The Wizard of Oz was okay. I mean, you mean the old one, right?
Hey, you know what? I saw a movie this week called Life. Heard about it?
I bet people are dying to watch it.
No, it was a different kind of alien movie. And it was done with the old alien-esque kind of creepiness, you know, where you don't know what's coming around the corner and that shit, right? And then it darts out at you. It was done in that genre, but it was new.
Yeah, it's brand new. It's just out this year.
No, but I mean, it was new. It wasn't an old movie that had been redone 50 million different times with a different title. It was new. It was interesting. I enjoyed it, is what I'm saying.
Where'd you see this at?
Showbox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it here on Internet Movie Database.
Well,
you're talking about genres and old style genres. I forget which movie company it is. It's the one who just redid The Mummy and put Tom Cruise.
Yes,
in it.
and I read an article not too long about that, but I can't remember what it said, and I don't really care because the only thing I really give a shit about right now is Orange is the New Black.
Well, that just come out today.
Yes,
the season just come out today.
Well, yeah, but I started watching it yesterday.
Yeah. Because you just got to be special.
I got to be special. Yeah, I got to be special.
Yeah,
but you know what? I really enjoy that show, and also Borderline was loaded up this week. Bloodline. Yeah, that's a good one with Sissy Spacek.
No, Bloodline was on
last week, I guess.
Last week on Netflix, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm watching that as well, and that's Sissy Spacek and a whole bunch of other people. Bo Bridges is in it, and a bunch of other people that I can't remember who they are.
But there are other people in it.
And you know what? Another show that I like, don't laugh, Marcel, iZombie. Have you seen that one?
Why would I laugh? I think that show is awesome.
Isn't it? It's like Dexter for girls.
But no, because I mean, Dexter, after a while, to me, Dexter got boring.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I really like
this. I look forward to every Wednesday for this new episode to come out.
I've got them right here. That's what I'm watching after we're done here. And because I think that the concept is freaking awesome. She's an ME and she's a zombie.
Yeah.
And it's
hilarious.
When
she eats brains, she solves crimes. It's awesome.
She's hilarious too. Yeah. Like it's very well done.
Another one that's funny that's kind of along the same lines is the Santa Clarita Diet.
Yeah, I love that. I watched that.
That was pretty funny.
I watched that the day it came out. All of them. It was fucking hilarious.
I'm loving Better Call Saul. I don't know if you guys watched that.
Oh yeah, I'm right up there.
It's on my list. I'll get to eventually.
Well, it's a good binge watcher. Because,
I've caught up. I've watched all 3 seasons now, and I'm up to date on it. And I wait for Saul to come knocking every day. The other one that I watched last Friday was crap. I'm looking for it here on Netflix. It came out last Friday. I was waiting for it. I can see his face, for fuck's sakes. The Washington one. House of Cards.
Yeah, I haven't started House of Cards.
House of Cards is fucking awesome, man. I like House of Cards. I really enjoy Scandal. I like Scandal.
Yeah, see, to me, I'm not. No, I get too bored watching dramas.
Well, you see, I've loved West Wing. I've watched every episode 2 or 3 times.
See, that's what I can't do. Is to me, I lose attention fast when it comes to that crap.
But you see, Scandal is kind of like West Wing meets Dallas.
No, do you want to watch something that'll keep you memorized and piss you off at the same time?
What's that?
Shameless.
Can't get into it.
Oh man, you got to watch it. Just even after the first couple episodes, you should be pretty much hooked on what kind of fucked up family that one is.
I can't. I've tried to watch an episode. I couldn't get it out. Shades of Blue, which is Jennifer Lopez's show with Ray Liotta, is fucking awesome.
Is it?
Oh fuck yeah!
Looked at that one.
You want? Oh no, sorry, I don't know. I would go to a movie theater to pay to watch Jennifer Lopez beat the shit out of people, and she does that almost weekly on the show. She's a real badass fucking cop, and she plays it very well because she's a good actor. She's good at everything. She looks good too.
So really, what you're really watching it for is more for the person than the actual.
No, I really enjoy Ray Liotta's Liotta. I enjoy his character. I really he plays a real fucking bad, sick guy, cop, bad guy kind of good cop. Yep.
So I got a question. How many medical cannabis patients do we currently have in Canada?
I heard 90,000 the last time I heard.
And I heard it was at 129.
Yeah. Well, some guy named Aaron Saltz, whoever that is, who is identified as a expert by the Ottawa Citizen, says that there's 170,000.
As of today?
That sounds a little steep to me.
Yeah, that's a bit high.
Like all those patients.
Yeah, no.
No.
Because at the rate that Health Canada is doing applications for the ACMPR, there's no way they're up that high.
As I said, February 10th, mine and Kelly's went in February 10th. And, how many weeks is that? Anybody got a calendar in front of them?
Yeah, I know exactly how many weeks that is. That is too many.
Yeah.
That's 16 weeks,
Way
I
too
believe.
many.
16 going on 17 weeks.
It's about 14 weeks too long.
I just sent in my renewal, and I took the envelope. I put a sticker on the outside of the envelope right next to the address and the return address. In big red letters, it said time sensitive renewal enclosed. And then we took pictures of them with the document halfway in, with the envelope, with the time sensitive in red on it, with the name on the document. And I'm going to be emailing those to the Office of Medicinal Cannabis. That's omc.hc.gov. And I'm going to be emailing him those on a constant basis, saying, you've got 3 months to get this renewal done. If you leave me with a gap where I am uncovered for a week or for 2 weeks or whatever it takes, and there's some kind of trouble, I'm going to sue your ass so big, so hard, so heavy. I'm going to be running Health Canada. So I'm really hoping that they...
You wish, Ross.
I really hope they drag their feet on it, because I want to whip things in the shape.
They will. Like I said.
They are sucking so bad.
Yeah.
They are like the worst. Okay, like they're worse than Donald Trump trying to run America. Okay. Like they are just so irresponsible and incompetent. And I know, you know what? I take back incompetent. They're not incompetent, because incompetent would imply that they're doing it by accident.
Yeah.
So can I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
Do you guys know what happens when a priest, a rabbi, and an atheist smoke weed together?
Yes.
Do you want to find out?
I've already have.
Yeah, I think I've already seen that too, but
I
doubt the listeners have heard it.
There's no audio.
There's audio, but it's not very good audio.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
You got to have the visual, because really share the link, and I'll tell you why. You got to look at the rabbi's face at near the end.
Well, I'm going to see if I can find it somewhere else. Okay, because usually you can find it on YouTube, and then it'll
be on YouTube.
So you guys,
I saw that one probably about 6 months ago. Actually,
yeah,
there it is, right there. And the audio's still not great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on. Okay, let's start it again.
The audio's working now.
I don't know if this is going to play through very well on without video, but hey, we'll put it in the background. We can make comments. Okay. All right.
It comes with subtitles, so
they could just read the subtitles.
This is what happens when a priest, rabbi, and an atheist smoke weed together.
Want me to do it again?
One more clap, you guys.
Perfect.
All right.
Introduce yourself, please.
My name is Jim Morrell. I'm a rabbi. I'm here to experience one of God's creations. I have smoked marijuana many years ago. I haven't done it for a while.
I'm Chris Schuler. I'm an Episcopal priest. Never smoked it all that much, probably more in high school.
My name's Carlos Dillard. I'm a conservative homosexual atheist. I grew up Southern Baptist, part of my life in foster care, and then I grew up part of my life adopted as a Roman Catholic. So this is going to be really
there's
interesting.
A conflicted dude right there.
Yeah.
Maybe like an hour or so.
What does your religion say about marijuana? Is it okay to smoke marijuana?
I would say the majority of people who self-identify as Christians, they're probably not too down on smoking marijuana. There's no biblical precedent for this, really. Although I have to say, I've known thousands of Episcopalians, and plenty of them smoke.
An organization. Call it
not
weed now.
smoking
Like smoking
cannabis,
dope is like smoking like dope. Like
okay,
I was like, they're smoking
we're talking
dope.
about weed here.
Okay.
Let me change that to weed.
Oh, they're using bongs too, eh?
I'd actually need some coaching. I
got you.
Put some of this in here.
No. You just kind of like want to crunch that all up.
If it's like everything else in life,
I'll
it
show
won't
you how
take
to
much
fill
for
that
me
bong.
to be like
You think they're going to cough?
stoned out of my gourd. Hold it.
Hold it, and then you're gonna light it at the same time and pull. And
Well, while they're doing that, I'm going to medicate too.
oh, this is gonna be fun.
I'm going to share this so people can see what we're watching.
Okay, I'm on the coughing break now. Thank you. My lungs are not used to smoke. Now that was
That's
impressive.
the rabbi, right?
No, that was the
smoking with
priest.
And a rabbi. Check off my bucket
What's he
list.
talking about? He smoked it in high school. That's what he said.
I definitely feel a little something.
I do too.
Just a little slower.
A little slower. You just get a little bit slower.
That might be the guy.
I also feel burning right here. Where it's so impossible
could be
to
the
inhale.
Oh, see, look,
Because I'm really
like
not
that.
used to the smoke.
He's not a quitter. Take one for the team.
15
The rabbi
minutes.
is
Come through just said
challenges,
15
right?
minutes
How it
later.
started
off
as a religious person. At least
Oh
you were
yes,
brought
really
up
religious.
in religious.
Really religious. Catholic
So
school.
what happened?
I was 14 years old, and my priest denied my confirmation. He actually said that the diocese excommunicated me for the church
lucky
because
that's
I
all he
openly
did.
had gay sex acts in our school, which I did. I'm like, okay, so I started doing more research on God and what is God, and no one can't deny that someone brilliant did this.
Well,
But
who did
I
it?
don't know who did it. Personally, I can't depend on one person, and that kind of sounds insane.
Yes, the draw.
The truthfulness,
The priest just took
the
a
beauty,
big haul.
and the palpability of God is actually stronger than anything else in my life. I mean, it sounds corny, but all the stories say the same thing when you trim all the fat.
No, there's no story. Science outdone all of those stories. I believe in the original religion, which was pretty much astrology, and it was just a way of humans of understanding, and that's exactly what you're doing with religion.
The rabbis
you're trying to
just
justify
saying,
a way
"Yeah,
to
whatever."
understand.
25
Why
minutes
would God
later.
put me into
He
the
doesn't
life I
care.
was in for so long?
30 minutes later.
Why are there 37,000 kids dying every day? That's not miraculous.
35 minutes.
I'm really high, sorry. That was really I took a really big hit
I'm
on
feeling
the
a little
bone.
something. You are not alone.
I like what you're saying. But everything that you say about who you are, what your life is like, what you do, what you think, to me, that speaks about a person of faith. Because you have a basic faith in the world, in the universe. You do. And you might not call that God, but there's something inside of you that really is a spiritual person. I can tell. I just met you, but I can love you because
We're
why?
happy.
Because I see you. And the Bible says, "I see your face."
You
I
can
see
tell
the
they're
face of
getting high
God."
now. They're starting to love everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's dangerous with the priest.
Yeah, light it up.
Yeah, light up, you said.
That is
That was the rabbi.
So I bet the rabbi's fun.
Maybe
you
this
know?
would work for
Oh,
all
the
of
rabbi's
us.
getting right
Just
into
think,
it.
The priest, you got to keep
Can
it
I
to
ask you
yourself.
guys a question?
Yeah.
Marcel, what is your faith?
Please ask me, please.
My faith is I'm
Okay.
non-religious, and
Would that be classified as an atheist?
yeah, to a point.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. No, that's fine. This is just an example. And Ross?
Okay, I am the anti-religious. I am an existentialist.
See, that's the thing is when it comes to religion, I hate religion. Religion is a farce. It's a joke. It's
I'm trying to go for a joke here because I'm a Jew. All right,
Well,
I was going to go with a Jew and an atheist and a
faith.
Yeah.
The guys in the video had it right. Faith is what people have.
Yes.
Religion
that's
is
right.
what people follow.
I'm not religious, but I am proud of the heritage of being Jewish.
It's a heritage thing, though.
Yes.
It's
And
more so than a
that's why I
belief.
just said
right?
heritage.
It's an identity more than a belief, right?
My mom has recently, in the last 8 years or so, found religion again, and she goes to shul. She's probably there now, and she does her Sabbath, and that's great.
You know what? As an existentialist, I can say honestly that I am everything. I can tell you that God exists, but I can tell you that God exists only between your ears. God exists in your head, and that atheism also exists in your head. And in fact, everything that you see and you believe and you think is real exists entirely between your ears. And I'll just tell you a little bit about existentialism. It's a philosophy that emphasizes individual existence, freedom, and choice. It is the view that humans define their own meaning in life and try to make rational decisions despite existing in an irrational universe.
Hey, Marcel?
It focuses on the question of human existence. Okay, it even questions whether we exist.
Are you bored
and does
yet?
existence only happen between your
I'm not
ears
in
too? And the feeling that there is no purpose or explanation at the core of existence.
The core,
It
the
holds
apple
that
core of existence.
as there is no God.
I'd rather
or any
listen to
other
the
transcendental
priest, the rabbi,
force,
and the atheist.
the only way to counter the nothingness.
Nothingness.
And hence to find meaning in life.
Zero. Nada.
Is by embracing existence.
And your penis.
Thus, existentialism believes that individuals are entirely free and must take personal responsibility for themselves.
Hey, Ross.
Although this responsibility comes with angst and profound anguish or dread.
He's reading
Therefore
that.
emphasizes
I was
action.
going to say, he's
reading that
He's
shit.
fucking
Freedom
reading that shit.
and
He
decision
planned
as
this.
fundamental and holds that the only way to rise above the
set us up.
essentially absurd condition of humanity.
All right, there,
which is
Ron L. Hubbard,
characterized by
shut up.
suffering and inevitable death, is by exercising our personal freedom of choice.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
I hear an amen?
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, right. That was fun.
Hey.
I just solved everything for everybody.
Hey, Ross. Ross L. Hubbard.
Yes. Yes, my son.
Can you shut up for a minute so we can go to a commercial?
Hey, you'll only hear the commercial between your own
We're
ears.
going to go to a commercial, and then when
And
we
it-
come back, we're going to finish and see what happens when a priest, a rabbi, and an atheist smoke weed together. Okay?
And an existentialist.
Yeah. No.
An
don't break them along.
An egotistic.
They take all the fun out of it.
Okay, bye-bye now.
Man, have you been to Canadays yet? Canadays, Campbellford's premier cannabis culture shop at 19 Bridge Street West. They've got bongs, oil rigs, grinders, and papers. Everything you need for consumption. They've got seeds, soil, nutrients, and dome trays too. Everything you need for cultivation. Get top quality seeds from top suppliers like Canuck, Crop King, and wholesaler Nexus. Canadays. They've got all kinds of awesome cannabis novelties, clothing, and apparel. I know, right? It's a lot more than just a bong shop. Interested in gaining legal access? Canadays can help. They're a PACE information center. You know, people advocating cannabis education? Come by the shop and check it out. 19 Bridge Street West, Campbellford. Canadays. Have your say without saying a word. Canadays.ca.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
just can't take it. But no, you ignore. It's all in pages, your smiling faces. That's all. You were dumb, but I don't wanna be where you are, where you are, and I don't wanna stand where you stand, where you stand, and I don't wanna eat where you eat, where you eat. Now let's talk about health. Wages over dogs that earn down while people die. Let's talk about food crisis that we face every year as hunger strikes. Someday as people just can't take it, but no, you ignore. It's all in pages, your smiling faces. That's all. You were dumb, but I don't wanna be where you are, where you are, and I don't wanna stand where you stand, where you stand, and I don't wanna eat where you eat, where you eat. We all know why, but you already lead. We need it, yeah. We need this change, our future, yeah. Your way, but I don't wanna be where you are, where you are, and I don't wanna stand where you stand, where you stand, and I don't wanna eat where you eat, where you eat.
It just kind of went downhill from there.
I really don't want to talk about sex with you, and we're back.
Yeah,
Not
and I don't wanna
talking
talk
about
sex
sex
with either
with
one of you.
Ross and Marcel.
I'm the only one that's having sex right now.
What do you mean right now?
I'm going to email Deb.
Tell
We'll
that
see where
wife
she
was
is.
out of town.
Where's
See,
your wife?
we really need to get a woman on this show.
Where's your wife? Where's your wife on here? I'm going to email her.
He just said he was out of town. I want to know who he's having sex with.
Oh, you just put your
She's
fucking.
out to dinner with a friend.
She's
Oh,
coming back later.
Actually, it's a she.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to leave.
As far as you know.
You have to leave for 2 hours from 7 till 9. I'll be done at 7:05 or 9:05, and my wife will be back at 9:15. So. Buckle up, baby. Anyways,
buckle up, babies.
So, do we want to finish what we were listening to?
Now, everybody can go online and
Yeah, I posted it. Yeah, exactly.
They can watch it. I mean, it's way better to actually see it.
It is.
I think
so. Like the looks, the expression on their faces, and the way you can see their eyes start to kind of go googly as they get high. It's kind of cool to watch that part too. You can't experience that over the radio.
My eyes go googly.
All right, you wanted to know what we were talking about on Wednesday on Tamara's show.
Yes, sir.
Right.
All right, so let's do that.
And I'll smoke this doobie.
I used Tamara's show to basically inform everybody what I've been up to because I don't normally do it on this show. But
sorry,
who let the dogs out?
She's back.
No, there's somebody. They own the road, and somebody's walking down that road.
Ah, the bastard! Tell him to get off your road.
I mean, who the hell do they think they are walking on their sidewalk?
That's right.
Sheesh, people. Holy.
Well, they shouldn't have been there.
All right, go on, please.
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
So what had happened is, because I used cannabis and I figured out how to make cannabis work better by using less, I knew that it would definitely benefit everybody. But I also knew that people at home definitely couldn't do this. This isn't something that anybody is just going to be able to do. You need specialized equipment and things like that to actually make this happen.
And balls, really big balls.
And balls. But what I did is I had a theory.
Sorry, I'm being a prick.
I proved the theory. And by doing it, it allowed us to apply for a patent. And one thing that I found, after dealing with so many doctors for so many years, is the doctor's reluctance with prescribing cannabis is they don't have any understanding of dosages. And they realize that smoking cannabis isn't a viable option for being able to calculate dosages. So, taking into consideration what doctors wanted, I figured the best way to do this is come up with a form of cannabis that would be uniform in dosages, could be altered into varying strength of dosages depending on conditions, and be done in such a way that we could get a DIN number, a drug identification number. So we filed a patent last July. For people that don't know how a patent process works, you come up with an idea that's unique that nobody's ever done. You hire a patent lawyer, you pay them big chunks of money, and they go and they start searching the entire world of patents. So they check patents in every country, because every country has their own patent stipulations to verify that there's nothing like this that's ever existed. We passed that criteria, so it was money well spent, and it allowed us to apply for a patent. As soon as that happens, you become patent pending. And patent pending means you've got 1 year to file the actual patent. So for that 1 year, you can beef it up with as much information to prove your unique idea. Well, for the last year, we've been doing randomized double-blind trials and case studies on a wide range of conditions, such as multiple sclerosis, PTSD, arthritis, spinal cord injuries, migraines, pretty much everything that we could see results in a short period of time. And we're getting back amazing data from the patients that we've been using for these trials. Al is one of our patients.
Hi, how are you? Patient number. What's my patient number? I'd like to know.
I'm just a wannabe patient.
I want my patient number. I'm going to tattoo it on my head.
Ross is in the wings waiting.
Yeah.
I've been taking the same formulation daily since November. My wife's been doing it since last July. She was one of the first ones, and that's basically her medication, her ingested medication now on a regular basis, or daily basis. But what we're seeing is once we get the correct dosage and the correct formulation for the condition, we're seeing patients going without pain and ending up smoking less. So we're showing a cost savings right away, just in what's being consumed by smoking.
Oh, get me mine.
Only drawback that we have with the trial is we can only use existing patients, which are patients that are already legal.
Hi, how are you? My name is Al.
And the problem with that is these are patients that already use cannabis. And a lot of them have a hard time differentiating or seeing the difference between high and relief. So what we're trying to show them is that difference at the same time, that you don't have to be high to actually have relief from cannabis.
And one of the things that I try and tell the young folk when we get into that whole, I don't like this strain, it's not strong enough for me. It's not that it's not strong enough for you. It's not doing what you need it to do because it's not the right strain for you.
Right? Yeah, essentially that's exactly what it is. Everybody's different when it comes to cannabis.
That's right.
Medically,
ding, 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 ding.
For relief, what I found was you don't need near as much as you think you do, because if you want just the relief without the high, you can achieve that.
I can attest to that. I get the most relief for my neuropathic pain from cannabis-infused product, which will not get you high in any way, shape, or form at all.
Right, but I'm not talking CBD only.
Oh, I'm not either.
Yeah, so it goes back to the whole thing of microdosing, which I've become a firm believer in is the real key to medicinal cannabis. And that's probably going to piss off a lot of people out there, but there I said
would
it.
Would that be condition specific though? I mean, some
it is. It's
maybe
always
microdosing is better for some, and macro
I mean, it
dosing
depends
is better
on
for others.
It depends on the condition. So, for using me as an example, if I was diagnosed with cancer, then I'm going to use massive amount of cannabis in a short period of time.
Exactly.
All right. So I'm going to use suppositories. I'm going to ingest it. I'm going to smoke it. And if the cancer is anywhere close to the surface of the skin, I'm going to use topicals.
Right. Topically applied oil?
Yeah. I've got a way.
Right.
Because I mean that's what our company does is we do product development. So we've come up with all kinds of really cool deliveries methods for cannabis.
Yep.
But again, it all depends on these new rules and regulations that are coming out on how well these will, or if these can ever come to market, to a mass market.
I think they will be, Marcel. I think that there's going to be some way of getting an exemption to produce a beneficial product that's going to help sick people. I mean, they've got to make some sort of system where you can get an exception.
That's what I keep hoping for every morning. So what we're doing now is we're finishing up case studies. The researchers are gathering as much data as they can and compiling that data to get it into the final patent application, which goes in July because our year is up. And then after that year, we have 6 months of public scrutiny.
Oh,
basically,
boy,
yeah, basically everybody can go and read the patent and then try and tell the patent office that they already owned it.
You didn't hear the Russians already hacked it and released it?
Well, good luck to them. If they can figure out how I did it, all the power to them. But what I essentially did is I ended up making a product that I can take cannabis oil and turn it into a powder that can be put into capsules or pressed into pills.
And I've been driving myself crazy trying to figure out how the hell you did that. Anyway.
Hey, pharmaceutical companies have been trying for 30 years and they couldn't do it.
I know it's a hard thing to do. And I really want to know really bad. And I know you won't fucking tell me.
No, I'm not telling anybody.
I know. I know it's not just me. It's everybody. But, you know, I still take it personally.
But after the 6 months is up, then we get our patent. And what happened is we've filed the patent in the U.S. The reason being is the U.S. has the most stringent policies or criteria for getting a patent filed in that country. Once we get a patent from them, we can basically walk into any country with that patent and fill out their application, and we're going to be pretty much awarded for that country as well.
It's almost automatic. I know that the 2 patents that I have through my corporate days were done in the US and were automatically accepted in Canada and Europe.
Well, we've already got it set up so that as soon as the patent's done, we can go ahead and start looking at running much larger clinical trials.
Yeah, I only got $1 for mine, by the way.
Oh, we're going after a DIN number.
Yeah, that'll get you more than $1.
Yeah, the DIN numbers is the valuable commodity because we can finally get a product other than Sativex, which, I mean, it's a cannabis product, expensive, very expensive, and not
very,
near as
very
strong
expensive.
as what some people need. The other advantage we have is we can make disease-specific formulations.
When you say formulations, do you mean cannabinoid concentrations or combinations of terpenes, or do you mean strength like milliliters per milligram or milligrams per milliliter?
I mean, for example, my capsules, I make my own capsules different than what people are getting in the trial.
Different how? Like, I mean, is it cannabinoid content or?
No, I add vitamin D.
Ah, okay.
Because I'm deficient in vitamin D from my MS.
Right.
I include vitamin D in my formulation. If somebody had cancer and wanted to use this for cancer, we could add curcumin and vitamin C. People that have problems with mobility in their lower legs, we can add low-dose naltrexone.
No, put that in there for me, thanks.
Right, so these are the types of things that we could still turn around and do. And we could work with pharmaceutical companies by using pharmaceutical products that actually work, right, that have been proven to work, that the patents have already run out on.
You're getting it both ways, aren't you?
I wanted a product that would basically replace anything worldwide stronger than an aspirin as a cannabis base. I would love to see our lowest dose set on the shelf as an over-the-counter.
I don't see why it shouldn't be like treated like a natural healthcare product, because it's a hell of a lot closer to that than it is to a pharmaceutical, right?
I agree. But because they've still got to maintain that control for that money aspect that they realize, thanks Colorado.
Right, and the DIN number automatically puts it in the pharmaceutical category.
But, well, no, because even over-the-counters have DIN numbers.
Oh, do they? Okay.
So over-the-counter, not natural health products, but over-the-counter medications. Like Tylenol's got a DIN number.
Okay, so like NyQuil would have a DIN number kind of thing?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Anything that's classified as a drug is going to have a DIN number. The problem is it costs $400,000 for the DIN number. So it's not a cheap endeavor to step into this. And that's always been the problem of trying to get a DIN number for cannabis or even have anything approved, is the amount of money it takes to do a clinical trial and things like that.
So you're using us, is what you're saying, for nothing. You're saying that other people get a check, right?
What? No. I mean, anybody that goes on any type of trial isn't getting paid to be there.
No, I know that.
Oh, unless you consider, relief from their ailment as payment, because I would.
Yeah, I mean, but the unfortunate thing is like any drug trial, it's short-lived. You don't get to stay on it forever.
Well, at least until I get more from you. So what did you say about the lower leg thing? What is it you add for the lower leg stuff?
Low-dose naltrexone. It's called LDN.
Naltrexone, okay.
It's been used used for years, especially with a lot of people with MS. They swear by it. I could never get the right dose to work for me, so I just gave up trying.
I wonder if it would work for me, like for neuropathic pain, because I mean, there's a lot in common with MS and neuropathic pain. I mean, they're both.
Well, they both have neuropathic pain.
Right.
I mean, MS.
Well, they're both nervous system disorders, right?
Right.
Right.
And it may work for you. It's just a matter of trial and error and finding that right dosage.
Right. Is naltrexone, is that an over-the-counter or is that a pharmacy?
No, that's a prescription.
Okay.
So basically what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go in and talk to your doctor, explain to him that you want to look at naltrexone.
Right.
Then you're going to have to talk to, ideally on Facebook, there's actually some LDN groups. Talk to them about the dosages.
Mm-hmm.
Because basically what you're going to do is you're going to take a naltrexone tablet.
I know what Ross is doing later tonight.
Or dissolve it in a measured amount of distilled water.
Right.
And then you're going to use anywhere between 1 to 3 milliliters a day.
Okay.
So it's a very low dose. It's just you may have to do some convincing to get your doctor to play along. And
well, you know, what he doesn't know doesn't hurt him, right?
Right. But he's still got to be the one to prescribe it to you.
Yeah. I hate doctors.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big fan of them, but I'm a fan of doctors that are at least open-minded.
Oh, I love open-minded doctors. I should rephrase that. I mean, I've got a great specialist. He's absolutely the best doctor I've ever had. And then I've had some just horrifyingly awful doctors too. So
yeah, I mean, I've fired a crap load of doctors.
I've had doctors fire me because I told them how crappy they were.
No, I've never given the doctor a chance to fire me. A doctor did try and fire me, but I had already fired him before that. So
yeah, I had given up on mine.
He was so put out of place that he actually wrote my doctor a letter telling my doctor that he didn't think I actually had multiple sclerosis, and he was the one that diagnosed me.
That's one of those things where you walk in and your boss goes, "Dude, you're fired," and you look at, "I'm fired. Fuck you, man. I quit."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, with this one, I fired him in his office, and then a few days later, this letter showed up. I wasn't allowed back on their property.
I have a few friends. One friend of mine she had started taking RSO, and she wanted to be up front with her doctor. She was going in to see him to, talk what meds and stuff she was doing. And she took some in, and he had her escorted from the building. And then a week later, a letter came that said that she was not to come onto the property again. She brought an illegal substance on the property, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't allowed on the property because they figured I was going to beat him to death.
I wasn't allowed on the property because they thought I was going to sue them to death.
Yeah, well, I have a big problem when a doctor is incompetent.
Oh, me too.
And
there's not, I hate to say this, but there are more incompetent ones than there are competent.
You know what?
In my opinion.
The majority of them become neurologists and work at MS clinics.
I'm going to have to cut this conversation about incontinence off because we're at the end of the show.
Incompetence.
Oh, I'm sorry. So next week I will probably be doing the same shit. On a serious note, if you like to read the news and you think you might have a good voice for it, let us know. If you like to read stuff and you think you have a good voice for commercials, let us know.
If you think you're a female and you could put up with us, let us know.
And the last
why
one...
Why would they only think they're a female?
And the last one, I got one more. If you think that you'd like to try a career in radio DJ land, let us
Just say no now.
Just say no. Just say no. Oh, there is one thing. You don't get paid.
That's the one caveat right there.
And if you think you're getting paid for this stuff, you are sadly mistaken.
There are perks. We will just leave it at that.
There are perks. When Ross buys stuff, he sends them to everybody. There are perks.
There you go.
Yeah, and we can get you a discount at BMA Hydroponics.
Yes.
You can.
Yes.
We give you a special code word.
Yes.
If you want, you just email us. We'll give you the code word.
Do you want to know what the code word is
really
this week?
Good discount.
Do you know what the code word is for this week?
This week?
Yep. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
With the hashtag. Don't forget the hashtag.
Yes, you got to have the hashtag. You get 20% off.
Call us at
what did we
1-800-EAT shit.
What did you
if
say?
you leave the hashtag out, I'm going to send your paperwork back to you, and you're going to have to fix it.
So
you
did say,
and then I'll have to take another 10 weeks to process your discount.
You did say 80% off, right?
Yeah, but it's going to take me at least 18 weeks to process that.
Okay.
For 80% off?
Yeah. Because hopefully by then you will have forgot about that.
Well, no, I'll send you the payment once you give me the total bill.
Like I said, it will take a long time to process, and there is a processing fee.
All right, we got to go, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, the processing fee. Thanks, dude. Goodbye, everybody. And don't worry, we won't let him rip you off too much.
Yeah, no. If he tries, just let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, bye-bye now.
Okay. Good night, all.
Peace out.
Peace, love, and hippie shit.
You like music, you like weed, well, we gonna be good friends indeed. This is not much I like more than smoking trees. They'll make you dance the do-si-do and teach you how the chiba grows. Smoke a bowl on the 420 radio show. On Lifestyle Radio.
So what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? Why not?
I'm trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like